Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Back again, and as you can see, we have the same table that we ended with last time, and I told you that I would give you an example of the harfi mukhaffaf, mad lazim, harfi mukhaffaf. Lazim is it's a compulsory, and you pull it 6 times, you lengthen it 6 times, and mukhaffaf is light, and harfi is in letters. And so one example is ta sin mim. When you see this in the Qur'an, you are going to lengthen between the sin and the beam. You're going to have 6 lengthening, because if you see, we said that it has to be a mad followed by sukoon. So when you write it out, remember with the huruf al-muqatta'at, you always write them out. And remember, this is part of the sanaqussu lakum, right? So we know that sin is part of it, and so is mim. So when you have sin, mim, you are ending with a noon sakin followed by an idgham, because you have a mim, so you're going to make idgham between them, noon and mim, because mim is yarmalun. So when you do that idgham, and it's happening between the huruf, and these huruf are part of the sanaqussu lakum, and so you have a huruf, you have mukhaffaf, because those were the letters, and then you see that it has this noon sakin followed by idgham. Then you have all the ingredients that you need to make a mad harfi mukhaffaf. And so in this example, ta, remember hay tahar, so this ta would be 2 times pull, so ta sin mim. You're going to do idgham between them, so you're going to say ta sin mim. Sorry about those sounds. I'm going to put my computer on silent, so all of these texts I'm getting stay silent too. So that was the completion of this, right? We said there were 9 types of madud. But here's a new one that we haven't done yet. Now this falls under the category of mad lazim. It is called mad al-firq. All right. It is under the category of mad lazim. It's also pulled, lengthened 6 times. And for this, basically, we have 3 words that are found in the Quran. Allah, or Dhakaran, or Al-An. Alright? We already heard this one, right? Al-An, we saw that it was mad kalimi mukhaffaf, mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf. So we heard that one there, and we said it's because the mad is followed by a sukoon, right? Now these 2, the reason they're called mad al-firq, all these 3 are called mad al-firq, including this one. So this one's called mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf and mad al-firq. So it has 2 different ones. The reason is because in these cases you have a hamza, hamzatul qata', which is the original hamza that looks like this, followed by a hamzatul wasl. So it comes right before hamzatul wasl in all of these 3 cases, right there. And I'm sorry for all the squished up. There's just so much to write that I want on the board. You see that hamzatul qata' is coming right before hamzatul wasl in Allah, Al-An, Dhakaran. Okay? So in all these 3 cases, what's happening is the Hamzatul Qata' is coming before Hamzatul Wasl and is asking a question. So in all of these 3 cases, they're asking questions. Right now, Allah, ذكران is, I want to say two boys, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But basically, these are questions. They're like questions, like what? Really? Now? Like that kind of thing. This one is like now, right? So, in all of these three, to mad, you're going to do mad al-firq, which is going to be pulled 6 times. Now, what you need to know is that mad al-firq, besides the fact that it's asking a question, that it has a hamzatul qata' before the hamzatul wasl, and these are the 3 words found in the Qur'an with mad al-firq. You have Tasheel, which means you're not going to pronounce a shadda or a hamza. See, in these 2 cases there's shadda, and in this case there's, in the original word, there's the hamza, right? You're just going to say, Allah. You're not going to pull on the lam so much. You're just going to say it with ease. Tasheel means ease, alright? You're just going to say with ease. Dhakaran. So you're not, I won't say that you are making the shaddas disappear. How about I just write ease? I know in my notes I had it as that, but really tasheel means ease. The way that you are saying it, you make it easy, right? You're not making like any jerk sounds in there. And then you're also going to pronounce them with Ibdaal. Ibdaal is where you substitute the hamzatul wasl with mad lazim. Alright? So, normally, right, when you are continuing recitation, you just ignore the hamzatul wasl. But in these 3, for mad al-firq, you're going to use mad al-firq, and you're not going to basically ignore the hamzatul wasl. Rather, you're going to change the hamzatul wasl into a mad lazim because of the hamzatul qata' that comes before it. And then there's also a rule called nabar, which I will be going into later, and that rule will also come into play when you are asking questions like that. But since we are on a roll with the mudud, what I want to talk to you about is all the mudud, and there is another mad that is called mad At-Tamkin. Now remember, when we're talking about mudud, we said there are 9 levels of mudud. This mad al-firq falls under mad lazim because... Oh, another question. I said that there were 3 words here. There was Allah, al-Dhakaran, and al-An. Why do you think then that we said in the Quran there's only 1 of the mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf, but yet there were 3 of those? Al-An was one of them. Al-Dhakaran, and Allah, right? The reason is because remember, for mad kalimi mukhaffaf, you cannot have a shadda. It's a mad followed by a sukoon, right? The Allah was written like this. It was written like this. Right? And you don't see a sukoon after the mad, because this is mad al-firq. You're seeing a shadda. And same with al-dhakaran. You're seeing a shadda. This is the reason why these 2 are not going to be mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf. Only al-an is going to be both lazim kalimi mukhaffaf and mad al-firq. These 2 are just mad al-firq. Alright, so moving on. There is one mad that we are not going to learn as mad in Hafs and Asim an tariqa Shatibiyya, because it's actually Hafs and Asim an tariqa Nashr, and that is called mad no, which one is it? It's called mad Tadheem, which is for basically Tadheem is respect, and so when you have la before like La ilaha illallah, right? In those others, they might not pronounce the mad with the la, because they would, but generally, because they are talking about Allah in this case specifically, out of respect, like there's no God but Allah, then they will pull it the same as we would normally pull it for mad munfasil. So we have mad jaiz munfasil in Hafs an Asim an tariqa al-Shatibiyya, but for example, an Hafs an Asim an tariqa al-Nashr, they don't have mad munfasil, but then they will have this particular mad called mad al-Ta'zim, where then they will say La ilaha illallah, and they will actually pull in that case. So we don't have to worry about mad al-Ta'zim. The other mad I wanted to talk to you about is called mad At-Tamkin. And yes, we still consider that there are only 9 hudud. I'm not sure which category does mad At-Tamkin fall into. I will have to look into that and ask my teacher. I don't think she mentioned it. But we have mad At-Tamkin. Alright, mad At-Tamkin is basically an elongation of ya sound. So this is mad At-Tamkin. I just did English as well. It's allergy season, so, and everyone's been getting sick with the flu, and it's been awful. Alright, so mad At-Tamkin is basically got to do with ya mad. Okay, when you have ya maddiya preceded with a ya mushaddat maqsura, like for example the word this is a ya mushaddat maqsura, it has a kasra and it's mushaddad, it has shadda, so ya mushaddat maqsura, that's where it comes from. Okay, are we still on? Okay, hayyi tum. This is called mad At-Tamkin, alright? Where you are properly pronouncing basically all of the yas. You're pronouncing hayyitum, but at the same time you are joining like multiple yas together, right? Because you've got 3 yas here. You have a sukoon, a fatha, and followed by another sukoon, right? In this case. So this is the mad At-Tamkin point. Let me give you another example. Let's see. Here's another one. Anna, bi, yi, na. Right? Again, an-nabiyina, you have a ya with a sukoon, followed by a ya with a kasra, followed by a ya with a sukoon. So this is the case. Number 1, we have a ya. It's called a ya mushaddad maqsura, which is basically this. That's a ya mushaddad maqsura. It's got a kasra and a shadda right there. Okay, followed by yeah, with a sukoon. Alright, hayyitum and an-nabiyina. Now, this is called ya mad. Why? Why are we calling it ya mad? Ya mad, because remember, whenever you have a ya followed by a kasra, preceded by a kasra, you're always going to call it mad. So really, we're not saying it's followed by a ya with a sukoon. We're saying it's a ya maddiya. Okay? The reason it's ya maddiya is because it's always going to have a kasra before it. So it's going to be an-nabiyyina hayyitum. Right? And that's how we're going to pronounce it. There's a second reason we can have mad at-tamkeen, and that is when the ya maddiya is followed by a regular ya. So the other way, where you have a ya maddiya followed by a voweled ya. Okay. Let me write ya the same way. Okay, there we go. Voweled ya basically is fatha dhamma or kasra. So an example is when you have a ya maddiya. Remember, ya maddiya is always this. Okay, let me write that down here. We said always you'll have a kasra before the ya. Ya maddiya followed by a voweled ya. Example would be, let's see, all right, like this. Fi ya maddiya fi yawmi. You have a ya maddiya followed by a regular vowel ya. That's another way that you discover a mad at-tamkeen. Tamkeen means to have a strong hold. Alright. And that's what we're doing in this case, is we're basically want to make sure that there's a strong hold on each of the letters and that you are not making an idgham between the mad letter and the letter before it or after it, okay? So you have a strong hold on each of the yas and the way that you're pronouncing it, and you're not making an idgham, right? Because yarmalun, ya, is one of the idgham letters. Of course, we're not talking about a noon over here being before it. What we're talking about is yas back to back, and either the ya is a maddiya ya with a regular vowel ya after it, or it is a maddiya ya with a mushaddada maqsura ya before it. Okay, so in either of these two cases, hayyitum an-nabiyyina fi yawmi. You can hear each of the ya sounds in each of these, and no idgham is made. No idgham. No idgham. Alright, so that's the key for mad at-tamkeen. Now,